Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Warframe, a game that I have to say, many people are going to argue it's derivative, it's simplistic, but it is great in its simplicity. Here's the first thing, tips and tricks on this thing. I'm going to go with this and my tongue bath over this game with that. I've been playing this for God knows how many hours, and I've been enjoying it. Haven't beaten this game. This game is meant to be played multiple times, many times over. And the first important thing on Warframe, movement. This is not a cover-based shooter. This is not, I'm taking cover in a corner. This is, you're going to be moving your damn ass constantly, over and over again. This game is not designed to be in a corner. You're supposed to be feeling like a badass space ninja with superpowers. This damn thing, I have to say, so far, rates extremely high for me, and that's very hard for me to do. Its gameplay mechanic, though simplified, is exceptionally well done. And always moving, this is what makes it so fun. You always have to be moving. You cannot just be sitting around in a corner holding cover and just taking pot shots. This is a game where it encourages you to zip around like the space speedy ninja on crack cocaine that you are, and using your powers effectively. You got several other characters you can use. The biggest one I'm using is Excalibur. Extremely balanced, no side is overpowered. You will slowly upgrade yourself bit by bit. Now the biggest thing with this game that is, I believe it's an open beta right now, it's been released, even the simple mechanics of hacking are a very simplistic in design, but engaging and fun and enjoyable, which myself really holds high in my books, that its design is its base core gameplay. The story that is in there, you are a Tenno, not cybernetic, but an alien creature against the Grineer, which are humans, and your whole basis is trying to figure out, you have amnesia, and you're working for this woman, I can't remember her name, and it really puts on a very great element of this gameplay mechanic of your space ninja. You're infiltrating, you're killing things, you gotta level up, and you gotta move in and out really quickly. And this gameplay idea from the beginning is solid and strengthened throughout its gameplay mechanics entirely. Constantly moving around, zipping around, dodging around, which is your whole main thing to do, is that if you sit around too long in a corner or in an area, you'll probably get overrun. Yes, the derivative, you're going to fall back a lot of the times, and that is a very good mechanic to fight against these people, but that's the thing. You can't just run and, like I'm doing like an idiot, run through things. You got to actually, in a sense, find the best location and move to it quickly and efficiently. This game is all about movement. This game is about using your powers effectively. And that the best tip is move around, dodge around. Staying in one area is going to have the enemy clump up at you and really gut you instantaneously. The game's ending, the sound effects, the music, all derives this spacey, supernatural, Asian flair to it that I feel is an exceptional thing to it. And they do have several different mission types. Getting information, boss battles, defending positions, capturing enemies, all these things. Great design in concept, and great design in actually engagement. Now, you got all these things, you're a Warframe, you got all these different things to do, all these different powers, and just having about, 15-20 hours in, I'm still enjoying this. Now, once you hit that 20-hour mark, you're going to kind of want to expand outwards and play use different items, try a different Warframe. You do get enough platinum to buy maybe one other Warframe to begin with, and you can switch off between these two Warframes. Great idea. Pay to win, I might exactly say, yeah, to get enjoyment, you're going to have to plop down some money to really get a good, decent amount of enjoyment, which is its only serious, detractment against is that you're going to probably have to plop down real money to really get some enjoyment out of this. But the game, in and of itself, is designed very well. And that is what makes me really hard to say, yes, it is pay to win, yes, to unlock all these other things. They did say that to unlock the best things and get the best gear, you have to earn it and kind of grind through it, which is, yes, kind of annoying. Though the one thing that really makes it hard for me to really get super psychotic at it is that the only things that you really want to buy in this game are not the weapons, are not the Warframes. There are more spaces, I believe, to hold more Warframes, play as more Warframes. I may be mistaken on that, but I haven't paid a single dollar for this, and I've been enjoying this a lot. More than many modern games, and this is why I love it. The whole art style design, you're going through the solar system planets, you get all these Warframes that have different powers, different purposes to them, and in and of itself, this is a really fun, enjoyable, engaging game, with the story is just there enough to drag you forward, and it slowly unfolds bit by bit. Now, I really wish there was a little more story to it, but this is just small nitpicks, is that the game design, which is the most important element, the game design is perfect. In the concept of shooting, slicing, get 2 weapons and a sword, or fists, or a little stick, and they're going to probably add more and more as the game goes along. And do hope that it is really well implemented in the future, not perfectly implemented, but with all the tips that everything is all based around just knowing your class, knowing your thing, and always moving that. If you stay too long, if you can even see, even though I'm having an easy time, they start coming against you when you start clumping up or slowing down. So jumping, ducking, and dodging around everyone is massively important. And that staying still for too long will be hurting you and harming you. Now, with this game, the music knows when to increase the tempo when the action strikes and hits you, and it really does set up a very good sense of tension in this game with these levels. And this is where many modern games need to learn from this, that this game probably would be worth this is probably why I'm having a hard time saying negative things about that, because other than just being free to play and the design of enemies, though they may be repetitive, they're designed to be this waveless, faceless fodder, and you do have a couple different tiers. You got the walkers, you got the humans, and you got these infected, and that all their designs are enough to make you really want to do it. The worlds are, yes, they do get repetitive, they do take the same places over and over again, but how they usually tweak it just enough, and this is what makes it really hard for me to really get so mad, they tweak it with the color palette in there. Sometimes you're fighting when it's all well lit, sometimes you're having this deep foreboding music, and you're having the sound of these monstrous creatures, these possessed units, not possessed, but these infected units. They really do have this, and they usually tweak the lighting in there to make those missions where you're fighting against these infected to be this like almost kind of like scary tension moments filled in there, only more due to the fact that the sound effect and the visual effects are there to complement this. These infected are some very scary things, almost like monsters come to kill you, that so far these Warframes, the Tenno, have yet to become infected with. And your you can also run up walls. I still can't fucking figure it out well enough, but you know what? The game is still fucking exceptionally well made, and for free to play, this is why, yes, you're gonna have to plunk money, which is the only frustrating point on this, but the game, I would say, would be probably worth like $20-$30, and that's how I look at many of these free-to-play games. Is it really fun? Is it really enjoyable? And how much money would I be willing to plunk down into it? I would be willing to plunk down about $20-$30. I have yet to plunk down that money, which is my biggest thing, is that this is not a true review. This is just a casual going over Warframe. Yes, I'm giving it a tongue back, but it is a really fun, action-packed, over-the-top hack-and-slash shooter that really seems to be missing in these games. That, yeah, the story may not be deep or huge or in there a lot. The gameplay element is what you're going to be there for, and this cooperative experience that you will be having playing this game is, I can't say second to none, but this is really well done. Occasionally, since they're always updating, this is an open beta and all the patches, because I looked at it, it says open beta while playing it, so it may be released, but it's claiming itself as an open beta still. And I just may be wrong, and I just may be looking at an old thing, but this thing is really fun, well polished. You can also build your Warframes, build weapons by buying blueprints with in-game money, not real money. And I think that's what makes me not bothered by it so much, by just so far just about anything can be bought through blueprints that's with your in-game money, in-game credits, and that as of so far I have yet to need to pick up and buy actual game, actual in-game money, in that the moment I do that, I will probably give another review, or not a review, but just talking about it, that this game is fun, very great aesthetic, the sci-fi space ninja feel to it that this Japanese flair that is added to it does seem to actually complement the game a lot. And that the only tips right now that I can give you is moving around and know your character. And the only character that I know the best right now is Excalibur, and it's pretty much, this guy is meant to be zipping around, hitting from the sides, and letting everyone else, even if you have a whole full team of these guys, you're going to still have a lot of fun. Thank you for listening. Please tell me what you think. And thank you, and good night.